Silk Vocal by Waves comes with a set of tools that might as well make this the best vocal mix plugin for music, podcasts and live streaming. But of course, in this video we'll dissect the plugin to see if everything is as promising as it looks. A big part of what the plugin uses is what Waves calls adaptive frequency processing. And it performs several time-consuming tasks by automatically detecting and reducing disruptive frequencies. Sounds familiar? That is what Soothe 2 does. The recently reviewed Mac DSP SA3 and other plugins do this as well. Is this Waves' answer to Soothe 2? Well, no. Maybe for vocals, but overall it isn't. This plugin is really tailored for voice and not for overall resonance reduction. The plugin is divided into 3 bands. Low is for mod, high is for de-essing and the mid is more for general EQ. These bands work in a somewhat weird way. The filters are fixed for the high and low band, but the mid band has flexible filter frequencies. These are not crossover points with the high and low band. I assume these are more like filters to focus on a certain part of the audio in the same fashion you have with Soothe 2. The high bands can work in a more general way or more focused on de-essing. You set how much of the disruptive resonant frequencies get reduced with the 3 amount dials. The dynamic slide is a control for a compressor. This already steers the plugin away from being just a resonance suppressor. Down here you find a gate, and this is most welcome for podcasts and live streams. There are also controls to fine-tune the behavior of the resonance suppression. The switchable high-pass filter works at 60 Hz. This is ideal to remove low-end rumble and things like the low end of plosives. With all of that, I would work on a vocal like in the following way. This is a female vocal. Low and high end can cloak what is happening in a voice, so I treat those first. The vocal has some low end mud, let me reduce that a bit.
Swim in your ocean, swim in your ocean, swim in your ocean, swim in your ocean, swim in your ocean. How do you feel? 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 And then suddenly you take a hold.
These are sharp S's and I will also turn them down.
And then suddenly you take a hold of me. I just won't take it all. And then suddenly you take a hold of me. I just hope to go down. And then suddenly you take a...
I keep the mid-range for last. I'll solo to focus the range which needs work.
And then suddenly you take a hold of me. I just hope to go down. And then suddenly you take a hold of me. I just hope to go down. And then suddenly you take a hold of me. I just hope to go down. And then suddenly you take a hold of me. I just hope to go down. And then suddenly you take a hold of me. Get out.
You can hear how much smoother the vocal sounds. Let's work on the dynamics.
take a hold of me. I just hope to go down, and then suddenly you take me free, free.
To me, this is a huge improvement. From here, add effects, EQ and so on. The claim of Waves that this plugin will really prep your vocal is very valid. Let's continue with a male vocal recorded on a Shure SM7B, and it's my voice. Please subscribe to the channel, it keeps you up to date about cool plugins like these. This video is sponsored by DistroKid, and one of the cool things which comes with DistroKid is their InstaShare feature. This is the file sharing option of DistroKid, which has proven to be very useful for me. You can upload any file and share it to friends and family and of course your clients like I do. The freedom in how long you can keep the files up or add files to an existing upload has proven invaluable to me. Included in your DistroKid subscription, get a 7% off of your first year with my link in the description. You heard how my voice improved a lot. I do still feel it needs EQ and some extra mouthy clicking. There are two versions of this plugin, a mixed version and a live version. I might prefer the looks of the live version, it's sort of a night mode look. I wished that a non-live version could switch between this skin and its white skin. The dark version also uses a slightly larger font within the 3 dials, which I slightly prefer. The live version has about 1.3 milliseconds of latency, whereas the non-live version has 22.6 milliseconds, and this is at 48 kHz. The first instance I insert of Silk Vocal takes about 4% on my Cubase performance meter, but adding more instances of Silk Vocal does not add 4% for every one. It's a lot less. The differences between the two plugins are mostly caused by the filters. Silk Vocal uses linear phase filters, where Silk Vocal Live uses minimum phase filters. These filters do sound different. With the live version, this vocal has a more pronounced, sharper S.
Gotta catch it before it passes on by. Gotta catch it before it passes on by. Gotta catch it before it passes on by. Gotta catch it before it passes on by.
I also found it sounds smoother overall with this preset. I didn't change anything and it's the same preset for both plugin versions. And for these sound reasons, I wish you had both filters available in one plugin. I don't know if that's hard to code or if it's a conscious choice to have a live and a studio version, but a being between the two plugins for sound right now is pretty involved. One thing I think Waves need to adjust on their plugins is to ditch their mono and stereo versions of the plugins. Most other developers have plugins which do both at the same time, and Waves falls behind in this regard. When you decide to make a mono track with the mono version of the plugin stereo, you only get the plugin working on the left side.
Gotta catch it before it passes on by.
You need to insert the stereo version and copy the settings instead of having a plugin that adapts. This also goes for copying or dragging a mono version of the plugin to a stereo track. Now this plugin is meant for vocals, but I did have a lot of fun using it on drums where I got some over-the-top loud compressed drums. I didn't have much success on other instruments. It really is vocals optimized. I have been assured there won't be a pro version of this plugin on Cyber Monday, unlike previous years. But I wouldn't be surprised if a pro version would arrive at a later stage. Waves has released more plugins for vocal, like a great denoiser plugin. Check it out.